Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to More Than One Profession. Today, we got a nice video. And then, before I get started, thank you for the subscriber. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Keep them coming. I'll see you guys. Um, Welcome for those that new. And let's do it.
You. Yeah. What's your profession?
See the title. The title says "Woman Get Arrested." Accused of killing dying husband in a bomb. So we're gonna go and watch the video. It's interesting, and you're gonna see why it's very interesting because it's one of the few cases, and it's beautiful.
Ellen Gilland walked slowly into the Daytona Beach court. She stood quietly as the judge read out the charges.
You have been charged with 1 count of premeditated first-degree murder and 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
The judge said, for now, the 76-year-old would stay behind bars.
Based upon the nature of the charge, Ms. Gilland, I am going to hold you no bond on the murder charge and the remaining charges.
She's surprised because there's no bomb. So basically, that's kind of like, wait a minute. I play myself guilty. She give the look to the lawyer. That mean like this is not what it look like. I shouldn't be out there and then in prison. I should be out there. I shouldn't be held in prison but without no bond. So that's why she look at. She got the eyes looking. Even though she did do the crime, but the truth of the matter is, they didn't tell you why she killed her husband. They didn't tell you how she killed her husband. So for now, let's go and just keep listening because it's getting better and better. Because right now she thinks she can go up, she plead guilty, and then she's gonna have an easy path. You know, tap on the wrist, community service, so on and so forth. But they not. They just give her like a criminal.
Police say Gilland shot her terminally ill 77-year-old husband Jerry at Advent Health Hospital in Daytona Beach.
They had a conversation about it, and they actually planned this approximately 3 weeks ago, that if he continued to take a turn for the worse, that he wanted her to end this.
So this one, I believe that's interesting because this is two things that's happening. The husband tell her to shut him. So whenever he feel worse because he doesn't want to suffer, okay? But the wife love him so much he doesn't want to suffer, but she want to obey him until death, okay? That's a good wife and a husband right there, okay? We don't find those wives like that anymore. But the people condemn her not because she killed the husband, but because she killed the husband at the hospital. That's why they arrest her. Because at the end of the day, the husband want to die in peace.
After the shooting, police negotiators talked with Gilland for nearly 4 hours. Eventually, police used a flashbang and a taser to get her to drop the gun. They say she was never a threat to anyone else at the hospital. Neighbors on Gilland's quiet street in New Smyrna Beach say they're stunned.
Yeah, completely shocked, yes, because...
Yeah, because what happened is between families. It's between themselves. Nobody else is supposed to know. That's their plan. They plan it, and then she do it exactly as the husband planned it for her to do it, and she execute the plan. It's common sense. She is a good wife, but at the end of the day, they see it as a murder. Why they see it as a murder? Because at the end of the day, the insurance see that they're missing money. You see, they're missing money because for the treatment, they're missing money for the insurance, for example, for the hospital, and they're missing treatment because now they have the hospital become a crime scene. Okay, so since they have to become crime scene, they have to close probably the floor, the whole floor, and next thing you know, the news, the media, and it all come to the hospital. So they don't want that intention. So that's why they charge her with a no bond because they diminish the reputation of the hospital. Because they're gonna be like, how can as a husband and wife they were able to go to the hospital with a gun and were able to shot and kill the husband and then at the hospital? Those questions have to answer. And for that, they put her no bond. Is not because of love she killed the husband. It's because the facility, the location, see that their reputation is in danger. And then if they didn't do that, he didn't put her in the prison, the population is gonna be like, well, I'm not safe anymore. Now anyone can go in my room or my dying husband or my dying family, they can, or my dying wife, they can shoot anybody. So that's how the population see it. But they don't see that is a common agreement between the husband and wife. He can be, for example, if she wasn't at home. If he was at home, she shot her and killed her. It's the same thing. But because it's at the hospital, they do for reputation. That's a good wife. That's a very good wife. But another thing is that they charge her has a murder, homicide, suicide, but if, for example, a woman try to delay the kid, they see that at Planned Parenthood. So destroy or delay a baby that's in the wood is not a human being, because if she charged for murdering a guy that was here and is able to express himself, wanted that, and then he's still a living being, but the kids from the belly should be considered as a living being. Oh no, I see. So because that kid cannot talk, that kid cannot, they cannot sit, so that kid cannot be express himself. So that kid is not entitled for freedom of life. This is where the conflict between, because what happened is one is charged murder, the other one is not. And even worse, look at that, even worse. If a guy come and shoot a woman which is pregnant, they're gonna charge the killer if the baby don't survive double homicide. But if the woman go and destroy his own baby, his own blood, they call them Planned Parenthood. So which one is true? The double homicide or the one Planned Parenthood? This is where the double is doesn't make no sense. You cannot take one and leave the other out, because at the end of the day, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. The woman do it nice, but the thing about it is there's gonna be like as a moral value. Back in the day, they do that. For example, if in a war, for example, if somebody in a war back in the day, they are injured. They know, for example, they're gonna be crippled. They know they have no legs. They know they're missing one arm. They know they cannot. When they come back home, they cannot do much for the family. Still today, some soldiers say that in the heat of the battle, if I'm able to suffer, I cannot able to help myself or help my family. I want them to take me away too as well. So it's honor. I don't want to live in the world where I feel like a lamb, where I feel a parasite, where everyone has to take care of me, where I feel a burden. I'd rather someone take me out now before it get worse. Even back in the day, they do that, because if there is too much wounded soldiers and there's not enough medical, they have to make a decision who they want to save, who they don't want to save. And some of them choose to die because they don't want to be suffering life. They don't want that life. And that is the part I love about soldiers. I bet you probably he was a soldier. He probably was understand that how hard it's gonna be for the wife, because the wife is bad probably to suffer enough back and forth to the hospital for the medical bill, for the doctor, and then for her since she's 76, the guy see that has a burden for the wife, and then he decided that I don't want you to feel that burden. I don't want to feel that burden. I want to make it quick. So basically, you're able to get over it, because there is two plans. One is going to be the guy's older, and then she knows that he's not gonna be long. The second plan is that when it's actually happened, and try everything, and spend all that time with him, and next thing you know, say happen, got a plan for everything after he passed away. But instead, the guys try to skip all that step. He just went straight to the last phase. Plan it. I want to be short and quick. That's why he shot the guy. And next thing you know, plan the funeral, and I'm gone. I don't want you to suffer back and for the hospital. And the government came in and then they arrest that lady. For spiritual value, I have an issue with that. Spiritual value is that you should let God take it. Be God. You cannot be God in front of yourself, and you cannot let somebody be your God as well. Because now at this point, the woman, the wife, become a God by killing their husband. Spiritual value have an issue. Love value, this pride and honor, I totally go for. Okay. And sometimes people kill each other, destroy each other for little or nothing. They destroy her for sometimes their husband and wife destroy her because of divorce, because of family court, because of cheating, because of all that. But they want to be peaceful. They probably say goodbye to each other. They probably uh, um have their plan, fill that other list, and that was a bottom list. And they say that wife submit to your husband until dinner time, until death does support, and she did that, and she's a good wife. Now she cannot even grieve her husband. Now she cannot even bury her husband because the whole thing gonna be like she's a murder. Society put their nose something that is beyond imagination because this guy want a peace and he doesn't want the wife to feel a burden. And she execute that plan. But as a society, as a government, they don't want their reputation to be diminished. They don't want that money, that donor that give that money to be slowed down. So that's why they arrest her. That's why they want to for her in jail because at the end of the day, they want to put a statement. No one can have a love like that to kill because that person will suffer. I want that money. I want that insurance. I want that paycheck, and I want my reputation to skyrocket. And guys, if you like my video, guys, thumbs up. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the subscriber. Give me a like, and also, guys, give me a comment as well. Many people don't give me a comment. Give me a comment if you like my video. If you want anything changed, I'll be gladly appreciate it. And I'm going back to you and back and forth, so you can be able to enjoy each other.
What is your profession?